Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Dr. Jason Jones back with another episode of Health Made Easy, and we are continuing in our series on how to keep your beach body year round. And the second installment is really going to be about maintaining a beach body using a strengthening yoga sequence. Now, I know for some of you, yoga is a bit, maybe still a bit out there, and maybe not in your mainstream, but it's certainly mainstream in terms of fitness professionals and people who are into mindfulness and meditation and all those kinds of things. And yes, there is a spiritual component to it that some of us disagree with, and that's okay. But you can use it for the strengthening, the flexibility, and the great things that it does for your overall physical body, mental health, without participating in the things that you don't like. So you can kind of take the Bruce Lee approach, which is take the things that you do like, implement those, put them into play, and the things you don't like, just throw them out the window and don't use them. So you might have decided to work on your summer beach body, and now you might be adding some weight because depending on when you're listening to this, the temperatures could be dropping. And I realize everybody doesn't live in the South like we do here in Elizabeth City, North Carolina, and where the temps tend not to go so low, but in your area they may go really low. Don't worry, yoga can certainly come to your aid all throughout the year. You can do it anytime. There's variations to the different poses that I'm going to give you. They're going to help you maintain your body, long, lean, strong muscles. Just make sure that you include healthy eating and stay consistent so that you can tone not only upper body, abs, thighs, but whatever area of the body that you want. Now, the first one is a great one, and it's called the chair pose, and it looks a lot like what it sounds like. So this pose works the arms, spine, calves, shoulders, thighs, butt, hips, and you start out by standing on your mat or on just a flat floor with some width distance between your feet and your hips. And you raise your arms high above your head with your palms facing one another, kind of like just putting both hands over your head with your palms facing. Then you bend your knees and you start by sitting back as if you're going to sit down in a chair. And you just put all your weight through your heels. And you just make sure that you try your best to get your thighs almost parallel to the floor. If you can't, just go as far as you can. And as your tailbone drops down to the floor, make sure that your low back is long, meaning it's flat, even with a slight arch in it. And you can hold this pose for 30 seconds, up to a minute. You can do it even longer if you want. And you can even include some pulses, kind of up and down, up and down, up and down, to be able to get some results. And if you go to either the show notes of this episode or you go to our blog post where we put the text from these podcasts, I have video links so that you can go check out the actual what it looks like, and you can see exactly how to do it. Next one is a piston plank. This pose works on the upper body and the abs. You will start with a high plank with your core engaged and tight. Make sure that you stack your shoulders over your wrists. Start by lifting your right foot from the ground and bending your knee. Draw it towards your left tricep and hold it as close to your tricep as possible. Extend the leg back to the initial position. Repeat this for about 8 times. And then you have the option of alternating your legs if you want. And every time doing a single side at a time or doing all of them on one side and switching and then do all of them on the other side. So for better results, try doing about 20 reps at a rapid pace to keep your heart rate up and provide you with some extra burn. And again, I have a video link for this on the show notes page. Also, the next one is the crescent lunge. This pose works really great for the core, the calves, the thighs. Start by doing what's called a down dog or a downward dog, and then place your right foot between your hands. Make sure that you place your foot at the top of the mat so that your knee is placed over your ankle to protect your knee. And on the ball of the left foot, maintain the straightness of your left leg as you start raising your torso up and straightening the spine. Extend your arms over your head to make sure that the palms are facing one another, just like in the chair pose. And for a more effective result, make sure that your left knee bends at a 90 degree angle and then drops towards the mat. Last but not least is the warrior pose, warrior 2. This pose works on glutes and thighs. And the longer you hold it, the more action that you get out of that. Start by doing the crescent lunge and then spin the back of the heel down towards the mat as you do this, and make sure that the front heel lines up with the back heel. So as you do it, basically your front foot is going to be aiming forward, your back foot is going to be aiming sideways. And you make the front part of the knee as close to 90 degree angle as you possibly can, and then you lock out the back knee, keeping that straight. You stretch out your arms and you make a T, so you're sideways and your arms are sticking out straight about shoulder height and they're parallel to the floor, and you maintain a forward gaze. You're just looking straight ahead over the tips of that the arm that's out in front, and just look directly over that middle finger. And then there you go. Those 4 poses right there are very helpful as a strengthening yoga sequence. I hope you liked it. Go check out the videos. You can go to our show notes page. Just click the links that are there. It'll take you right to the video. And this is Dr. Jason Jones signing out. And we'll see you guys on the very next podcast. See you later. Bye-bye.